This is Neil Schneider for MTBS-TV. I'm at AMD ExtravaLANza. I'm joined by Philip Hefin Jones from Sapphire. He's actually from the international program. Welcome to the program, Philip.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. Now, obviously a lot of exciting things here on the show floor, and you've come in a long way. Where have you joined us from?
I come from the UK, actually. I've flown in yesterday to spend a couple of days here. AMD are a very important partner of ours. All of our products are based on AMD technology. AMD have been running these, what I would term as in-house events, AMD events with partners all over the world, really. We've been to some in North America, in Texas. This is the first one in Canada, and there's been 3 in Europe, in London, in Berlin, in Paris. So we've been kind of partnering with AMD at all of these events. And I'm very excited to be here.
Of course, same here. Now, looking at your table, you've got all kinds of hardware on display. What tend to be the core products for Sapphire?
Well, Sapphire, I guess our brand is famous for graphics cards. Yeah, we're one of the leading manufacturer of AMD-based graphics cards. I would say this, but certainly our community and our fans feel that we do the most innovative products in terms of what we do with an AMD GPU, an AMD ASIC. We put it on boards, we add value to it, we special cooling solutions, memory, so we try to kind of enhance the AMD technology and produce really innovative products for people.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. Now, what have you got there?
Well, here I've got a very special little product. A few years ago we started to do multimedia products, primarily mini PCs, and we currently have a product on the market which is based on the Llano APU called the Sapphire Edge HD3. And it's been very, very successful. It's a mini PC, paperback, size of a paperback book, has a surprising punch in terms of performance, very good for HD video playback, live streaming, using it in the office for productivity applications. Well, this is our kind of second generation mini PC. It's not launched yet. It's called the Sapphire Edge VS series. And I guess what's exciting about this, and what's exciting for AMD as well, is we're the first partner to bring out a mini PC based on the second generation APU, the Trinity APU. And at the end of November, we're going to be launching 2 versions of this product, an A8 version and an A4 version. And what we're showing here today is the A8 version.
Can you elaborate a bit as to what the benefits are of a mini PC? I'm familiar, of course, with notebook computers and ultrabooks and desktops and so on, but there's obviously a fit for this. Where does it fit? What does it do?
Well, everybody's got their point of view about that, right? And I guess that we're still kind of figuring that out. The market is very young for mini PC, but you're quite right. If you're a consumer, you have a lot of different platforms that you can choose from. You can have a very good smartphone, yeah? They're very strong, fast processors in smartphones. They're like mini computers. You can have a tablet. You can have an all-in-one. You can have a notebook. You can have a desktop PC. So mini PC is another choice for consumers, okay? That in terms of, the types of technology that they can have in their lives. So, I guess with our product, we're aiming more, in terms of consumers, we're aiming more for the DIY enthusiast market. For one, our product doesn't come with an operating system. So if you're a mainstream consumer, that's something that maybe would make you think, hold on, I don't feel comfortable installing my own operating system. Our mini PC comes as a bare bone as well, so it comes without not all of it. We do 2 versions, really. We do a version where you get all the components you need to run it, but we also do a bare bone version, so that comes without memory and without a hard drive. That's great for the DIY enthusiasts because then they can stick in a fast SSD, faster memory, and kind of customize it for their needs.
Now, when I think of notebook computers, I think that obviously it's a computer on the go, but they tend to be underpowered relative to their desktop, sisters or brothers. Sure. Now, a mini PC, does it have any performance benefits or limitations related to desktops?
Yeah, I mean, it depends kind of what level of desktop you're going for, right? I mean, if you're going for a high-end gaming system, sure, a mini PC is not going to have the same kind of performance or capability. But what AMD are doing with the Trinity APUs is they're narrowing that gap, I think, significantly. And with the A8 APU or the A10 APU from AMD, suddenly you're getting a little box like this. I'm not really doing it much justice calling it a box. It's much more than that. But you're getting a little computer like this that's capable of doing mainstream gaming, that's capable of doing HD video playback that you can live stream with, that you can run some quite serious office applications. So it can really do a lot what a real high-end computer can do. Okay, I'm not going to be playing Battlefield 3 in full settings on this, right? But we can play games like, you know, we're demonstrating Firefall here. We're currently actually, because we haven't launched this yet, we're testing this PC on lots and lots of different games on all the different resolutions and settings in order to be very, very confident that we can actually say, yes, if you want to play Dota, if you want to play StarCraft, if you want to play League of Legends, if you want to play run Sleeping Dogs, or yes, you can, but it's only capable of this or it's capable of that. Do you know what I mean? So we're really trying to do our due diligence.
Kind of setting the expectations ahead of time.
Because we don't want to go out and say, yeah, this is a gaming PC, and then you get someone who's from the Battlefield 3 community who buys it for that, and they're not getting the experience they want. We want to be honest with the community about that.
Now, just so I'm clear, the graphics processing, is it happening on the CPU die itself, or is
exactly.
it? Okay.
It's an APU, so it's the CPU and the graphics on one die, and that's the innovative part of the whole APU family from AMD. It's also got a very low power draw as well, you know, so we're looking at 25 watts, which is much less than the desktop PC. There are so many advantages. I mean, in a product like this, in this box, you're getting 2 USB 3 ports at the front. You've got an SD card slot. At the back, you've got 4 USB 2 ports. You have a HDMI connection. You have digital audio. I mean, built-in wireless. So it really, if you're a DIY enthusiast, you just imagine, you just use your imagination because you know how you want the technology to fit in your life. You know, you can decide how you want to use this. It's very flexible.
Okay, excellent, excellent. What kind of storage can we get on a machine like this?
Okay, so the model that we're going to be launching is going to be with a 320 gigabyte hard drive, right? And that's fine. I mean, that's, you know, it's big enough. But what we're also going to be doing is obviously I talked about launching the barebone, because I see a perfect kind of solution for a DIY enthusiast is that they buy the barebone, they put in a 60 gigabyte SSD, and then they're going to have their own external storage, you know, 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes, 3 terabytes of external storage with all of their data on there, right? So they've got the performance of an SSD, and then they've got the storage capacity that they can have with their external storage. You know?
So it almost sounds like, you know, you could take this to the office, do a full day's work at the office, yeah, take it home, connect it to the display equipment that you have at home. Am I correct?
Exactly. I mean, if you go to LAN parties, for example, you can just take this with you to a LAN party. If you're a League of Legends player, I go to a lot of LAN parties, it's quite common to see people playing League of Legends on laptops, right? Because it's a game that doesn't necessarily need a tremendous amount of graphics performance. This is the same. Why not take this to a LAN party? It looks a lot cooler than the laptop, you know, imagine it all lit up, and you can connect it to a big TV and you can enjoy yourself.
And price-wise?
Price-wise, you know, I mean, I'm going to stick my head above the parapet here, but we're looking probably early $400 US dollars, okay?
So that actually, would that be considered a savings against notebook computers, you think?
I think so, yeah, for sure. I mean, okay. I mean, you can get some pretty good value notebooks with AMD technology on it at the moment. But this is a different kind of product, right? You're not going to stick a notebook in front of your flat screen TV in your living room at home. This is something that that's what you can do with this, right? Yeah, so it's a slightly different product, you know.
And when do you anticipate availability?
We're looking at the end of November.
End of November, so
available to buy if you're in Canada on NCIX or, you know, Canada Computers or.
So in a way, it's a good stocking stuffer, literally.
It is really a good stuff. If you've got a very big stocking, of course.
Not so big. It doesn't have to be so.
My mother never gave me stockings that big. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no. It would be a good stocking filler, and a great gift for the wife, right? Because when I speak to people, they tell me that, yeah, I have a computer in my front room, but I've got a massive system, and my wife hates it, right? Whereas if you exchange that for this, happy days, right?
It's a good space saver.
You know what they say, happy wife, happy life, right?
Yes. We try.
We try.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Nice talking to you. Cheers.
We've been speaking with Phil from Sapphire at AMD's ExtravaLANza, and thank you for joining us.